All right, LeBron, a 40 ball.
The Lakers were coming off a tough loss to the Charlotte Hornets, and LeBron was dealing with a sore left foot that kept him out of the All-Star game. The team landed in Portland at 1 a.m., got to the hotel at 3 a.m., and most players would have taken the night off, not LeBron. At 40, the oldest player in the NBA, and with more minutes logged than anyone in history, he refused to sit out. The Lakers needed to get back on track, and LeBron wasn't about to let them lose. Now, don't sleep on the Blazers. This was not the tanking team that we are used to seeing over the last few years. They were and are fighting for a play-in spot and came ready to test LeBron's legs. Their game plan? Exploit his age. They'd switch bigs like DeAndre Ayton and Donovan clinging onto him, daring him to shoot contested jumpers, and they denied Austin Reaves the ball to slow down the Lakers offense. But LeBron and LA had other plans thanks to Reddick's preparation. From the jump, you could tell LeBron was locked in. He was hustling like we haven't seen in a while, especially on the defensive end. Portland tried to get after him at the point of attack, but he wasn't biting. Instead, he was diving for loose balls, contesting shots, and playing with an extra gear. Meanwhile, Austin Reaves was a problem for Portland. As LeBron says, he's the truth. The Blazers tried to deny him the ball, but he wasn't having it. Reaves was finishing through contact like a beast, drawing fouls left and right. In the first quarter alone, he had Portland's bigs in foul trouble, and his pick and rolls were catching the Blazers off guard. Reaves exploited mismatches beautifully, especially against the slower bigs, and the Lakers' defense was suffocating as well, holding Portland to just 15 points, their lowest in any quarter all season long. That's the kind of response you love to see after a disappointing loss. The Lakers came out with a ton of energy and perfectly executed their game plan. The first quarter was quiet for LeBron, but the second, that's when he flipped the switch. He was bullying Klingon in the post, using his strength to negate the shot blocker, and pushing the ball in transition for easy assists. One play, he hit a cutting teammate for a backdoor slam that had the whole bench jumping. Then he started cooking from mid-range, hitting fadeaways and up and unders like it was 2012 or LeBronto all over again. And my favorite part of LeBronto wasn't actually LeBron taking over, it was the reaction of Jonas Valanciunas on the bench, if you guys remember that. It was so funny, and it just kept getting worse and worse every single game. Anyways, Portland tried doubling LeBron on every catch, but that just opened up the floor for everyone else. LeBron was out there playing chess, manipulating the defense, and finding open guys left and right. The Blazers countered with an 8-0 run to cut into the Lakers' lead, but Reaves answered with a clutch midi jumper, and by halftime, the Lakers were up. But Portland wasn't going away quietly. The Oregon victimization had begun, and LeBron was just getting started. The third quarter got dicey. Portland adjusted, trying to take away Reaves' driving lanes, so he countered with mid-range jumpers, but the Blazers' Denny Avdija caught fire, scoring 14 straight points at one point and cutting the Lakers' 18-point lead down to 3. The Blazers were feeding off the crowd, and it felt like they might steal this one. LeBron even had some bad turnover issues, 11 by the end of the game, which is wild for him, but he also was the one carrying the team the entire night, and I mean, you're gonna rack up turnovers when the ball is always in your hands. He was getting bodied by Kamara, and Portland's transition offense was clicking, but LeBron wasn't letting the game slip away. He hit a clutch corner 3 to stop the bleeding, and even though Kamara got the last laugh with a 3 to end the quarter, it was still just a 1-point game going into the fourth. Both teams were ready to throw down. The fourth quarter was all LeBron and Reaves. Reaves kicked things off, slicing through the paint and hitting tough layups off the glass. LeBron, he was doing LeBron things, hitting one-legged fadeaways, floaters, and bullying his way to the rim. He sparked a 14-5 run, pushing the Lakers' lead to 9, and then sat for a breather. Portland tried to claw back, cutting the lead again, but every time they got close, LeBron or Reaves had an answer. The Blazers started doubling LeBron on every touch, but that just left shooters open, and the Lakers were able to capitalize, and like I've said all year long, this season comes down to if the role players can knock down their open shots. Reaves sealed the game with a clutch steal in the final minute, and when the dust settled, LeBron had 40 points on 14 of 24 shooting, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists at 40 years old. Unreal. This game really was a perfect snapshot of why LeBron's still a nightmare for the league. He's not just hanging on, he's still dominating, still carrying teams when it matters most. The Blazers threw everything at him, doubles, switches, physicality, and he just shrugged it off like it was nothing. And let's not forget, This was on the second night of a back-to-back. After a late night flight with a sore foot, most guys would have taken the night off, but LeBron, he's built differently, and he did it without Luka, even though Luka is still trying to find his footing with this team. And then Austin Reaves, as I've been saying, deserves a lot of props too. He was instrumental finishing through a lot of contact, exploiting mismatches, and stepping up in clutch moments. His defense in the final minute was the difference maker, and his chemistry with LeBron was on full effect. Here are LeBron's numbers in February so far. 30 points a game exactly. Yes, you heard that right. 30 points. And along with that, he's been averaging 9.1 rebounds and 8.4 assists, and almost 1.5 steals. And all of this is being done with 54, 47, 76 shooting splits. He seriously is a top 5 player in the league. I mean, those numbers should get him player of the month. It's almost unreal that he's 40. Even JJ Reddick couldn't help but say how nuts it is. He even said that the kids were gonna say he's glazing him. But the NBA truly has never and will never see anything like this again. The dominance, the longevity, the way he steps up and is a floor general while having the size of a big man, the way he can coach a team, the way he can command a team and make an untalented roster a finals team. LeBron is the GOAT, and the debate is pretty much over. I don't care what you guys say. And once Luka comes back, gets healthy, and gets in the flow of things down the stretch of the season, he and LeBron are going to be the best duo in the league. I really do think that. Because two players with this much talent, two guys that are generational and have the highest basketball IQs in the league, should and will figure it out. And if I'm a team like the Thunder out west, I would not want to see the Lakers in a 7-game series. Here were some of the best moments after the game with post-game interviews and all that stuff.
Put forth a tremendous amount of physical energy. Like, is it easy for you to fall asleep? Are there certain things that you do to when you know you need an extra little bit?
I mean, every night it has its own challenges, and obviously, especially back to back. But I have some methods on how I'm able to go to sleep.
I asked you at halftime about LeBron, and then he goes on to get 40. Obviously, he did have some turnovers with that ball break.
Double-double.
Yeah. What kind of run out of things to ask and say about it, but what's the level of?
Yeah, I mean, I told you at halftime, like, we as a staff were talking before the game. Not sure going to sleep last night if he's playing today, and getting word this afternoon that he was in. It's like, man, he really just defies anything that's normal.
The Lakers do have a tough slate of games coming up to finish off the month of February. They're at Denver, then they play Dallas, who they of course made that huge league-breaking trade with, and then they face Minnesota, and then the Clippers. That is 4 games of straight punches left and right. If the Lakers can split, or if they can go 3-1, I think that would be ideal, and that would really set this team up for the playoffs. That's really all I have to say for this video. I can't believe how good LeBron is, and I know I might be glazing myself, but yeah, if you made it to this point, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe, because your support truly does mean the world. And also, let me know what you would like to see next. And until then, I will see you all later.